Hello everybody, welcome to Exploring with Cindy and Dan. Today is March 27, 2024, and we are in Mazatlan, Mexico, with the Disney Wonder. We will give you some tips and information about the most popular excursions with the Disney Wonder, and we'll tell you what to do while in the port. So join us in this adventure. We were able to disembark at around 9 a.m. and the all-aboard time was 6 p.m. On this port, we didn't have to utilize the tender boat like we did in Cabo San Lucas, so we could just walk out of the ship onto the port. But all passengers will ride the free tram to the cruise terminal. This is a complementary ride that runs continuously, so getting to and from the cruise ship is very easy and fast. We were not allowed to walk because the port is a very busy area with lots of containers and machineries, so for our safety we are required to take the tram. Once you get to the cruise terminal, you will see a very modern building, along with a couple of restrooms facilities and souvenir and local craft marketplace. You will notice a lot of volunteers dressed in blue shirts, and they will be happy to answer any question you will have. You will see them along your walk to the Old Town or El Centro Histórico, and also in the Old Town itself. If you like to get a map of the city, they will supply you with one. Cruise lines always tell you that you need your cruise card and a photo ID ready to disembark the ship, but you really just need the KTTW card and keep your ID or passport in your wallet or purse. As a suggestion, it is always recommended to bring your passport with you if you are disembarking on a different country. We've heard so many times that people stayed behind because they were delayed coming back to the ship and the ship left without them, and they didn't even have their passport with them. It is not mandatory, but it is recommended. Remember that while in Mexico, all forms of smoking, including e-cigarettes, have been banned in public spaces, including hotels, parks, restaurants, and beaches. There are specific areas that you will find in Mexico where you are allowed to smoke, or just ask a local, and they will direct you to the right area. Mexicans are really nice people and very helpful. We had a nice weather while in Mazatlan. It is a good idea to wear sunscreen and wear a hat or sunglasses. Usually you will be exploring, walking or traveling around town or the many other outdoor locations, and will usually be in a tropical climate. If you are worried about the currency in Mazatlan, the US dollar is welcome almost everywhere in the cruise terminal and the Old Town. While in Mazatlan, there are multiple options to enjoy and explore the city. If you have a Disney cruise excursion, you will meet your tour guide at your assigned meeting location, so make sure to read your port adventure ticket. If you do not have an excursion, you can grab a taxi for a ride anywhere in the area. The licensed taxis have either a red or green stripe on the vehicle, and since they don't have meters, you can ask the fare ahead of time. There are some open-air golf carts or pulmonias just when you exit the terminal building. Usually the drivers will offer you a tour of the city or any type of cliff diving viewing, and they will stop at the cathedral or any historic places. You can negotiate the tour price, and if you speak Spanish, you will get a better deal sometimes. The open-air taxis are part of the history of Mazatlan dating back to the 1960s. Most of these pulmonia accommodate 4 passengers. Lots of passengers also like to walk to Old Town, which is 1 mile away from the cruise terminal, and that is what we did today. We always like to talk a little bit of the history of the city we visit, so Mazatlan is an amazing destination in the Mexican state of Sinaloa. This is a sunny port located on the northern Pacific coast at the mouth of the Sea of Cortez, across from the tip of the Baja California Peninsula. Mazatlan is comprised of 2 parts, the Zona Dorada or the Golden Zone, and El Centro Histórico, which is the Old Town or downtown. The Zona Dorada is a beautiful area with hotels, bars, boutiques, restaurants, and tourist shops. And the Centro Histórico, or Old Town, is the heart of Mazatlan, with amazing historic sites, and if you have the time, you should visit the Malecón, which is the bridge between the two regions. The native Totorames tribe lived in this land for 200 years before the Spanish came. Mexico gained its independence from Spain in the 1820s, and a permanent colony was established by a group of German immigrants who began to import agricultural equipment. Mazatlan became an important seaport by the 1900s, and its fishing industry began to flourish. By the 1940s, the city became a resort destination, attracting more tourists because of its warm and tropical weather and the excellent fishing. Mazatlan's first tourist beach was Playa Olas Altas in the 1950s. From the 1970s, Mazatlan became already a very popular tourist destination. Once you leave the port terminal building, you will find more souvenir stores, restaurants, and multiple pharmacies. Prices are in US dollars and in pesos, the Mexican currency. And remember that you can bargain here, and it is okay. If you want to get a souvenir or two for your family and friends back at home, you might want to do that when you get back from your excursion or walk, so you don't have to carry them with you. These stores will be open until we depart, so you don't have to worry about it. As I said before, we walk to Old Town. Walking to Old Town is an easy 20 to 25-minute walk from the cruise port terminal. Mazatlan has created a safe and easy way for cruisers to explore the city with a dedicated path to follow. You will see a painted blue line in the sidewalk from the cruise terminal to the Old Town. You will just follow this blue line and you will pass several businesses, houses, school, before eventually reaching the heart of the town, the Centro Histórico of Mazatlan. After just a few minutes walking on the path, we encountered a nice volunteer who gave us more information about Old Town.
Here is the Pina Suarez Market. It's immense. It has everything in it you could possibly think of, plus upstairs there are restaurants if you want to check that out. Then if you head over this way, you'll be at the Malecón. It's wide, huge sidewalks, really nice. And the beach is there and you walk along the ocean, and there are a few restaurants along the way there too.
Okay. If you just follow this blue line, you will be safe and you won't get lost. We've walked this path multiple times in the past and we felt safe. You will see police officers every few blocks and multiple volunteers dressed in blue shirt. Now let's talk about the best Disney cruise excursions. The Old Mazatlan walking tour is a very popular tour. It lasts between 4 to 4.5 hours and it costs $23 for ages 3 to 9 and $26 for ages 10 and up. You will follow your guide on a walking tour through the main plaza. You will see the post office, city hall, and a 19th century cathedral of the Immaculate Conception, and then continue your stroll through Old Mazatlan to the Angela Peralta Opera House. You will pass the House of Music to the Machado Square or Plaza Machado, and you will end the tour at one of the oldest oceanfront restaurants. And you will enjoy a complimentary beverage with chips and salsa. The Magic Town El Quelite is another popular excursion, and it lasts between 5 to 5.5 hours. And it costs $70 for ages 3 to 9 and $86 for ages 10 and up. El Quelite is located 40 minutes north of Mazatlan. You will see cobblestone streets and historic architecture and learn why this is a Sinaloa's magic town. You will then taste a handmade ice cream at Doña Chela's house and you will watch fresh tortillas being made at the Mesón de los Laureanos restaurant. And you will also experience an ancestral show by native representatives and enjoy Mexican cuisine. The Colonial Sierra Madre excursion is a very interesting excursion. It lasts between 7 to 7.5 hours, and it costs $50 for ages 3 to 9 and $84 for ages 10 and up. You will ride in an air-conditioned motor coach up to the foothills to Concordia. You will stop at Malpica town to taste authentic Mexican sweetbread and continue deeper into the mountains through a tree-lined winding road and arrive at the cobblestone village of Copala. This ghost town dates back as far as 1565 and was once a thriving gold and silver mining destination. Then you will enjoy a midday lunch of beef or chicken fajitas and Mexican dessert. You will also do a briefly stop at the shops of the Golden Zone before heading back to the ship. The Salsa and Salsa excursion is a very popular excursion, so if you want to do this excursion, make sure to book it as soon as you can, because it sells out very quickly. It lasts between 5 to 5.5 hours, and it costs $59 for ages 3 to 9 and $89 for ages 10 and up. You will learn to make authentic salsas, margaritas, and you will learn how to dance salsa. This excursion is a very similar excursion like the one in Cabo San Lucas, and it is a very fun excursion for children according to multiple passengers. You will learn how to make 7 delicious salsa recipes, margaritas, and frozen strawberry drinks. You will be able to taste your salsa with quesadillas, taquitos, corn chips, and drink some Jamaica tea and bottled water. At the end of the excursion, you will learn how to dance salsa, and you will have some extra time to relax on the beach. The all-inclusive beach resort is a very popular excursion as well, that sells out quickly. It lasts between 6 to 6.5 hours, and it costs $81 for ages 3 to 9 and $121 for ages 10 and up. You will spend a day at an exclusive Mexican resort. You will embark on a coastal drive along the second longest sea boulevard in Latin America. Once in the resort, you will be able to participate in dance lessons, volleyball matches, pool games, and much more. Children can enjoy club activities guided by entertainment staff along with special surprises for them. And you will have a nice lunch, and all the drinks are also included. If you come to Mazatlan or any Mexican town, make sure to try the different types of fruit that they have. They're so juicy and sweet all the time. Because of their tropical weather, fruit grows very well in this kind of conditions, and they are very, very tasty. You are now looking at the Basilica Cathedral of Mazatlan, la Catedral Basílica de la Inmaculada Concepción. This is the main religious building in the city of Mazatlan. It was built between the years of 1856 and 1899, and it is located in Old Town, the historical center. Continuing with the excursions, if you want a more adventure excursion, the Guanacoa Canopy Adventure Excursion will be great for you. It lasts between 5 to 5.5 hours, and it costs $124 for ages 8 to 9 and $139 for ages 10 and up. You will travel 1 hour to La Vinata Los Asuna plantation, where the blue agave is grown and processed into tequila. Then you will board a Swiss Army 6x6 vehicle and embark on an exciting off-road drive into the foothills of the Sierra Madre Mountains. Then you will get ready for an awesome zip lining adventure and a canopy adventure. After that, then continue to Los Asuna Tequila Distillery for a tour that will show you how this liquor is produced, and of course, at the end, you will sample tequila and the agave honey. As you can see, there is an excursion for everybody. The excursions that I mentioned here in the video were the most popular ones of the Disney Wonder excursions. We really enjoy being back here in Mazatlan. We always have so much fun here in this city, every time we come here. This is the end of our video of Mazatlan with the Disney Wonder, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to watch our video series of the Disney Wonder 7-Day Mexican Riviera and our video of Cabo San Lucas and Puerto Vallarta with the Disney Wonder. And please consider supporting us by subscribing to our channel with the notification bell on so you'll know when we have our next video. Our next vacation will be Las Vegas in a few days, and we are also taking you overseas to Peru in South America. We will be visiting Lima and Machu Picchu in Cusco, so stay tuned. Thank you so much.